Alright, good morning guys. It is day 2 on board Explora Journeys, my very first luxury cruise. And as you see, there's no one up yet. It is about 7:45 and I decided to get up, go ahead and head to the Emporium Marketplace, which is the buffet on board. Then I'm going to go to the thermal spa area and try to beat the crowd now. There's not much of a crowd on this ship because there's only 532 people on board. The capacity of this ship is 922. There's only 6 kids, so there's not going to be like trying to beat a whole bunch of crowd because there hasn't been a crowd at all. And so I'm up to go to the thermal spa, grab some coffee, get something to eat, and then see what today brings for this sea day. Now, with luxury cruises, you know, there's not a ton of activities, but there are some seminars and lectures, some live entertainment, things like that going on. So it's really going to be a cruise of relaxation, eating food, drinking. And guys, the food and drink have been great. If you missed part 1 of Embarkation Day, be sure to check that out because I dined and I drank and I had a really good time. So make sure you go back and check that out. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and explore some of the areas that I did not see yesterday and really just enjoy the beautiful sea day. And it's gorgeous out today, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat and try to get to that thermal spa. And it's something about the sunrises when you're in the Mediterranean, just kind of hits a little bit differently. But as you see, everything is empty this morning. Here's the pool deck, empty. So all right, let's go grab some breakfast. Pretty empty already. Let's see what they have. Breads. Oh, look at those croissants. Good morning. These all look really good. Good morning. Good morning. Fresh fish. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. We have all kinds of nuts. And then it says if you have any allergens, make sure you let the host know before ordering. They'll take care of you. Look at all this fresh fruit. Good morning. How are you? Good.
Would you like to have some refreshments?
I'll come back in a minute. Thank you. That all looks really good, really fresh. As you see, it is empty. Everyone's still asleep this morning. Cereal. Good morning. Like yogurt, parfait, muesli, and then they have a juice bar here. You can get fresh squeezed juice. And again, luxury, everything is included. So they have the different juices there, and smoothies and croquettes, lattes. It's awesome. Good morning. So here's the grill. You can get poached eggs Benedict, I don't know how to say that, frittata. Good morning. You get avocado toast, and all of those things are made to order. And it looks like over here you have your traditional breakfast items. Oh, all these different sauces here. Mason Martin. Different, I will have to try some of these. Different types of hot sauces there. Interesting. And you have bacon. Good morning. Sausage, baked beans, scrambled eggs, oatmeal. Looks like they're making crepes. It's a very simple buffet, but they have a bit of everything. Oh, here's the crepe there. Good morning. How are you? And oh, made to order pancakes. Blueberry walnut. It's really good. They have a plant-based pancake there. And waffles. And then here they're making eggs to order. And omelets. Fish cake. Maybe pork or turkey sausage. Grilled tomatoes, roasted potatoes, Spanish potato omelet. Yeah, all kinds of things. Alright, so I grabbed a pancake made to order. That's a walnut pancake. Looks really good. And then a Spanish potato omelet or frittata, bacon, sausage, and then some pineapple black complimentary, and then coffee and water. They come by and actually take your coffee and juice order, so it's very nice. Nice view this morning. I'm not sure. I'm sure that's Spain over there. I'm not sure exactly where though. Yeah, today's the city, but we're very close to land. As you see, the buffet is empty. It's not even extra early. It's almost 8 o'clock. Let's get the coffee. Try another creamer. They have already out on the table for you. And then you can also order like cappuccinos and different things. And so they have a coffee machine by the juice bar. A little bitter. Probably need some sugar too, but let me give this walnut pancake a try. They did have crepes and all of that over there too, so. And they have a crepe and gelato stand that I'll try later today as well. Very nice. So I'm usually not one to get pancakes for breakfast when I'm cruising because they're usually not fresh. These are made to order, so they're very fresh. The one thing that I will say is that because this is a not self-serve, where they actually serve the food to you at the buffet, I could see like when people do wake up, there probably could be a little wait for some things because most things are made to order. But you can have a seat and the servers will get it for you. But I could see where that could become a wait because you're waiting for them to make it and then to put it on your plate. So there are some stations where you can just go up and they will serve it to you. But there are some stations that they're going to make it fresh to order. So keep that in mind if you don't want to wait. But guys, there's really no waiting on this cruise. So that's good sausage too. Let me try this spinach potato omelet. It's really good. Yeah, breakfast is a hit. No issues. I probably will go to the Crema bar, I think it is, Crema Cafe, and grab a coffee and see how that compares. This is a little bitter, so I don't know how long it's been brewed and probably just sat there, but I'm going to go down to Crema Cafe after the thermal spa and see what that coffee's doing. Alright, so here we are at the wellness area. Very nice. Allowing the first one in. And then you have Himalayan salt room. A couple different experience showers there. There's a steam room. You want ice? Heated loungers. And then over here is a sauna. And there's an outdoor side that we will look at later as well. Show you that it is currently 8:45. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm still the only person in this spa. So I always post that I like to go early to beat the crowd, and sometimes I get comments saying, oh, there probably were people there, you just left them out. There's no one in here. That's the time. So 45 minutes of enjoyment by myself. get up early, enjoy the spa. See? Still no one. And I've been in every section and have enjoyed it. And I will do this every day of the cruise. Every single day I will do it. Steam room, sauna, see? No one. Can't make this up, guys. Can't make it out. So as you see, there is an outdoor deck to the spa. I don't think there's a jacuzzi out there. I think it's just some loungers, but it's blocked off right now, so I'll try to check that out later. Oh, look at that, what's in the water? Rose quartz, amethyst, can't say it, clear quartz, soothing, tranquilizing, clarifying, and invigorating. I've never seen stones in water. Very interesting. All right, looks like Crema Cafe is empty too. Considering it's coffee, I would expect more people here. I'll grab some coffee and then head to a seminar that's going on. I have yogurts, fruit.
Thank you.
Double free, madam?
Pastries.
Double free, sir?
I have new cookies today.
How about a chocolate croissant?
One?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, headed to the Journeys Lounge. They're doing a webinar on whales. Let's check out the lobby bar. So this is one of the seminars or enrichment. They call it Luminary. So on other cruise lines where you might have like different cruise directors or assistant cruise directors on this ship, they're called luminaries, and they all kind of specialize in something different. And this person is kind of like the wildlife specialist, so they're talking about some of the whales we could see while we're making our way. And then this evening they're actually going to have like a whale watching, like at the sky bar. You can go bring your binoculars, and if there's any wildlife to be seen, she'll be there to kind of talk about it. So you guys know I love sea life, so I figured I'd sit here and listen and learn about the whales that you might see in the Mediterranean, Portugal, and Morocco. So this will be interesting. Not many people here. It is just 9 a.m. now, and so they'll have a couple of these throughout the cruise, and you'll find that on your actual agenda or in your Explora Journeys app. And this coffee is way better than the coffee at the buffet, so this is probably where I'll get my coffee every day. I think the calibration was just off this morning.
Hello, happy Sea Day. There's a nice small group of us here. Very good morning. Orca organisation. It's an ocean conservationist, and she is protecting all our wildlife in the sea, especially whales and dolphins. Now, we've had Maren on for a couple of journeys now, and we also have had the organisation on from way back on an Explorer 1. I've worked with a lot of orca representatives, should I say, and they are fantastic and doing such a great job. So please grab Maren afterwards and go for a coffee or anything like that. And also on sea days, we do tend to have whale lookouts in the morning. So you'll find Maren and the Sky Bar, and that is deck 14 at the back of the ship.
So, number one, cetaceans are mammals, they are not fish. So even though they live in the ocean and they can look quite similar to sharks and other fish, they are a completely different animal. These guys as well are born dark grey, but you can see on these this illustration and the pictures, they can appear almost white. The reason for that is that, especially for the males, as they grow, they tend to get more and more scarring. So the white you see is healed wounds from potential like playing or actual fights with other reef dolphins.
All right, I think I'm gonna rest here, enjoy this beautiful view of Spain, and just kind of chill. It's very, very quiet right now. There's gonna be another luminary here soon that I'm gonna go to. I think I'm just gonna chill out for a little bit. Now, I do love these towels, guys. These are very, very nice towels. They will cover an entire lounger, which is really nice. And they always keep them on every chair. Guys, these loungers. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever been in a lounger that was this comfortable. I tend to avoid them because they normally hurt my spine. These are very plush. These are very nice. Like, I could go to sleep here. Seriously. Really nice. A little low to the ground, but you kind of expect that with a lounger. But these are really nice. And what I like about them is that it's, again, that material that you can wipe. So if you want to wipe it off, you can. But things seem pretty clean. And like I said, they have the towels and things. So really nice. I'm going to enjoy this jacuzzi for a little bit. Oh, that is nice and warm. See, guys, all to myself. Am I crazy? I'm about to enjoy this. Really nice. And a beautiful view there. Guys, that was so lovely. I don't think I've spent this much time in jacuzzis and things. Between the spa and this, oh my gosh, it's so relaxing. And I love it because on a traditional cruise ship, you're not really able to enjoy the jacuzzis, enjoy the pools, because they're so crowded. There's like no one. I just enjoyed the jacuzzi for 20-25 minutes. Now it could be a little bit warmer for me, but I'm probably going to want to go to sleep here in a minute. So I was just relaxing. The bartender came over, said cocktail of the day. I don't know what's in it. Orange, maybe pineapple. Said gin. It's very strong. Rosemary. Not much of a gin drinker. That is really strong, but it's very tasty too. Very strong. It's cute. Look. See, the pool's a little more lively now, just a little bit. A few people are up. All right, you see it's empty on the top deck. It's a little breezy out, a little cool, but not. It's actually a nice breeze. So plenty of lounge chairs and day beds to enjoy and relax in. We're going to walk back here and see if that back pool is open yet. Yeah, it's very windy out. I'm going to see what's happening back here and then probably head to see what's happening inside. Yeah, as you see, there's not many people down there either this morning. It's a little brisk. I might come out there later. But plenty of pools and things to enjoy. And it is a beautiful, beautiful day out. I'll tell you, I have not felt this relaxed on a ship in a long time. It is just so soothing. I mean, you don't have to deal with a whole bunch of people. So, that's part of my hair. It's going to look wild today because I've been in and out of water. So it's hard to slick it back when it's breezy and getting in water, but yeah, it's kind of nice when you don't have to deal with a bunch of people. You have a totally different experience, and I'm really enjoying it. And so there's day beds at the front and back of the ship, or the aft and the forward of the ship. And again, these are first come first serve, so you don't have to reserve it, you don't have to pay for it, it is included. Alright, I'm going to go to the cabin and slick this hair back and get a little bit of work done, but for lunch it is about 11:45, so I'll have lunch around 12:30. So I'm gonna get a little bit of work done, relax, and freshen up a bit. All right, so I rested in the cabin for a little bit and did some work, and now I'm off to lunch. Now, lunch, they have some of the restaurants that have lunch, so I'm debating now whether I want to go to the buffet or if I want to go try one of these dining rooms. So Sakura is a Japanese restaurant. You can log in on the app and it'll have the menu there for you, so you can go get sushi. They have all kinds of things there. You can also do in-suite dining for, oh no, not for them, but yeah, so they have the lunch menu, and it just has, you can just scroll on the app, it has the menu, everything there for you. They have it broken down by breakfast, lunch, and dinner if they happen to offer breakfast. But I'm gonna take some time to look through these menus to determine whether I want to actually go to the buffet or if I want to go to one of these restaurants. So Med Yacht Club is also open. That's where I had dinner last night. I'm not going to go back there because their meals are designed for sharing, and I don't want to get huge portions like I did yesterday. But they have things like they have shrimp, they have beef carpaccio, calamari, they have different soups, pasta of the day, and then they have some main courses with chicken, veal, lamb shank, all of that, and that's lunch. Then all of your side dishes. So they have plenty of things to choose from. Now, something to note about this, the dining rooms on board, or the specialty dining, is that the menu is the same every night, but they do have a couple of items that they'll change out. So if you find something that you like, you can dine there again. If you want to swap it out, understand that it's going to be the same menu every night, but they will change out a couple of things on the menu. And also, Fil Rouge is the only specialty dining that's open for breakfast, it appears. Let's see what they have on the menu for Fil Rouge. Now, Fil Rouge is the French restaurant. I will be there one day during this cruise, I can't recall. But it looks like they just have some of the things that they probably already have on the buffet: fruit, yogurt, cereal, oatmeal, muesli, and then they have eggs. You can get eggs made to order. They do have a Fil Rouge signature dish, which is toasted French brioche, creamy spinach, poached egg, hollandaise, and caviar. And then they have, of course, your sweets, banana pancakes, which are their signature pancakes, and then side dishes like tomatoes, potatoes, bacon, sausage, all of that. So if you want to sit down breakfast, you can go to Fil Rouge for breakfast. And on that note, I think I'm going to head to the buffet for lunch. All right, talk about random things. We got fish and chips, ribs, thank you, and then some sort of salmon salad with udon noodles in there. They just had so many things to choose from, and I really didn't know what I wanted, and I didn't like that she tossed that on there, but guys, they tried to really pile it on there. I will. So yeah, so that's the only thing about having your food served to you. Like, you can't really pick what you want. They really try to pile it in there, so I have to tell them to cut back. But guys, they had sushi, burgers. I will try a burger maybe tomorrow. All kinds of things and dessert. So I mean, it looks good. We'll see how it tastes. I said I was going to try all the drinks on board, but I like the fashion colada, so that's what I just ordered. Good French fries. I'm gonna try the rib. Just okay. And then the fish, I would have preferred the fish without the tartar sauce, but I don't mind tartar sauce. The fish is good, so I can tell that this was sitting for a while. It's a little oily. If that came fresh out of the grease, that would be really good. Alright, so I'm going to have this, my salad, and then I'm probably going to go to the crepe station to get either gelato or a crepe for dessert, or for midday dessert. So this is where you go to get crepes made. They have all kinds of crepes. They have waffles too. Yeah, definitely going to have to try something. I don't know what though. So the question is, do I get a crepe? What's that? Is that chocolate? Huh. And then they have vanilla soft serve ice cream and mango ice cream. Oh, I'm just browsing. You can go ahead.
sure?
It
Okay.
looks good. That pear sounds interesting. Oh, so they have ice cream and sorbet. So vanilla, coffee, chocolate, hazelnut, stevia. Nice. And fruit. Yeah, I don't know what to order. I told him just make that one. That works. Oh, it's really good. And then there are the different sorbets: coconut, strawberry, chocolate, tropical, and pear. That pear sounds very interesting. So you just place your order and have a seat. All right, so while I wait for my crepe, I am going to see what else is happening today. At 3 o'clock, the wildlife watch is happening on the deck. It's a little overcast now, so I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but I do plan to go to that because that sounds very interesting. There's also a luminary about rocks. So if you are, actually, it's not about rocks. It says the definitive story of classic rock. Thank you. Thank you. Got my crepe. So it looks like it's telling the story of how rock and roll was created, maybe. Tonight's show is also rock and roll, so I think that's what that is. And then Chef's Kitchen, if you decide to do Chef's Kitchen, I mentioned that in yesterday's vlog, but Chef's Kitchen is 150 euros currently, but you get to cook and eat, so it's kind of unique compared to other cruise lines. Chef's Kitchen. There's a lot of fitness classes, so there's anti-aging strength, there's yoga, there's like a sunset yoga, early sunrise yoga, and they're also, they're doing tea time at 4 o'clock. We'll probably go to tea time, so I'm gonna have some of this crepe, and then we'll go to tea time to see what they have there. So they'll have tea, sandwiches, scones, all of that, like your typical tea time. They do it every day at 4 p.m. And then just a couple other things dealing with cosmetics. There is some trivia, team trivia they're calling it. So a bunch of different things to get into on board the ship. But again, not as many things as you would get on other cruise lines. So no deck parties, no comedy shows, none of that stuff is happening, at least not that I've seen so far. All right, let me give this crepe a try. I think it has strawberry filling, chocolate, looks like some sort of nuts on top, and a little bit of butter. That's actually Nutella. That's really good. A really nice crepe, and it's not very sweet, which I'm a sweet eater. This isn't very sweet at all. I probably could have put some caramel on it. I think those red things are maybe freeze-dried raspberries. Yeah, very tasty. So here in the Explorer Lounge, looks like they have some sort of painting class or something going on over here. It's kind of cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't see that advertised. Very interesting. I think I'm just going to go hang out here in the sunlight. It looks like you can order food here. Oh, I'm just going to sit back here. They have puzzles, all kinds of things, and you can access outside from here. So I'm sitting here in a lounge, and I am so impressed with the service. I never know what to order to drink, and I just realized it was my server from last night. And I said, "Do you have any special drinks?" And he said, "Oh, last night you had," and he listed off the drinks that I had. That's impressive. So he got me something different, but similar to my taste, because I like pineapple, coconut, orange, all of that. Guys, that service. I couldn't even remember what I had last night, and he listed off the 2 drinks that I had at dinner, so. And as you see, I'm working. I'm downloading footage so I can, you guys see I'm working on downloading footage so I can edit some videos. Something else I just noticed, these napkins are napkins. Oh, they're cloth, but they're not paper. Wow. That's very light and refreshing. I don't even know what it is. Alright, heading up to the Sky Bar to see if we can spot some whales. Possibly. It's a little chilly out too. Okay, so we didn't spot anything, but that was kind of cool. I don't think I've ever been on a cruise ship where they actually have somebody there. Well, if you go to Alaska on Princess or Holland, they'll do things like that. But it was kind of cool. It was too cold out there, though. I don't think I packed well for this cruise. As far as temperature, I'm thinking warm, and it's actually pretty chilly out. So hopefully tomorrow's not too bad. But get back to the cabin to get some work done before dinner. Okay, so only day 2 into the cruise. And I already have disembarkation information. So I did book a transfer through Explora. So it's having me write down my number of suitcases, number of carry-on bags, all of my flight information I have to include there, which is strange because I had to do all of that during check-in. And it says, please return this form to the guest services or destination experiences team by Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So I'll have to get this to them so that I can have my transfers. I have a flight leaving at 12:30. We dock at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. or so. So yeah, very interesting. Also, whenever you book shore excursions, you'll get this in your cabin. It says your destination experiences, and it'll have your name, meeting place, all of that through that little peephole there, and more information about your excursion. So just look for that in your cabin. It's right there for you, but it's kind of a nice touch that you don't even have to take it out to know where you need to go. So that's for tomorrow. One other thing, let me grab this one back here, is that Explora, they have a really, really nice solo cruiser program. Now, you guys know how I am. I'm kind of like, I understand some people like to do the solo things and like to do all those activities. I'm okay. I might go to a couple of things, but generally I'm okay. So for instance, it seems like every day they have something, whether it's a meal, coffee, cocktails, what have you. So today they had lunch in the Emporium. So it's set to meet at a conservatory bar at 12. Tomorrow night they're having cocktails in the Explora Lounge. On May 7th, they're having dinner at the Yacht Club. And then the next day, they're having coffee at the Crema Cafe early morning. And then the next day, they're having cocktails. So it's like they kind of alternate whether it's cocktails, coffee, lunch, dinner, what have you. So if you want to meet fellow cruisers, then you can join them during these solo meetups. And I can tell you that Sig, the solo cruiser, she was on Explorer 1. And I know that she participated in quite a few of these dinners and things. So if you're curious to know what that looks like, go over to her channel. I probably won't be joining anyone for dinner because I kind of like to have my time for dinner. So, but that is pretty cool that they do offer that. And it just says they want to give you the opportunity to connect with fellow solo travelers. So I think that's really nice that they have it all laid out for you and they delivered it to my cabin so that, you don't feel alone on your cruise. I'm perfectly okay being alone usually, but, if you want to cruise and want to meet other people and you kind of, don't know how to go about that, then definitely attend one of the solo meetups. Alright, here's the menu from Marble & Co. This is the Steakhouse on board. And it is 6:30. And as you see, I'm the only one. Now there's another section, but there's no one over there either. But yeah, 6:30. So as you see, they have the signature dishes kind of squared off. And then what's interesting to me, they have side casseroles. That fried Brussels sprouts with ricotta cream and shallot sounds delicious. I think I'm gonna get that and probably the ribeye. And then you have your sides there. All of your beef, starters, salads and soups. They also have lobster. Lots of options. So this is a jumbo, a lump crab salad. That looks really good. And it comes with this sauce. Then I have my wine. That looks really good. Big chunks of crab. So yeah, guys, that was delicious. Really, really nice. That's good, thank you. Alright guys, back in the cabin. Dinner was delicious. I will say this though, I think I liked Med Yacht Club better than the Steakhouse. Steakhouse was good, but it wasn't like above and beyond other steakhouses that I've had. Was pretty good, but you know, not like over the top. But it was kind of interesting. Well, first let me tell you what I had. I had what did I have? I had a lobster salad or a crab salad. Now I'm sharing this with you guys because I was gonna vlog it as I was eating, but just as I started getting my food to come out, people started sitting near me. So I try not to be disruptive, especially when people are having conversations or what have you. So I had a crab salad which had huge lumps of crab meat. That was delicious. Love that. The lobster bisque was very tasty. I would probably rank that as the top lobster bisque that I've had on a cruise ship. It had chunks of lobster. It came out piping. Everything came out piping hot. Like to the point where like the plates, they told me not to touch them because they were so hot. Then I had the ribeye, which was interesting because I ordered the same ribeye. If you guys follow Sig, she ordered a ribeye on the bone and it was huge. And so I asked the guy, I said, hey, I don't want a huge ribeye. And he said that, sorry guys, I think I might have spotted a whale or something. I'm gonna keep looking, but get distracted easily. But he said that it was a pretty large, but it was the only size they had. When they brought it, it did not look like her. So I was thankful for that. It was very flavorful. And then I had black truffle mashed potatoes. That was more of a puree for me. It wasn't quite mashed potatoes because it was pretty runny. But then I had fried Brussels sprouts. Those were tasty. They needed a pinch of salt, but the steak was really good. Now the dessert which I had was brownies. So I asked my server, I said, I'm debating between the cheesecake and the brownies. Which one would you pick? And she said, I'm a chocolate lover. I said, well done, because I'm a chocolate lover too. And the brownies were hot. Guys, if you know me, I love a hot dessert. Cookies, brownies, cake, anything that can be warmed up, I love it. And so that was probably the best part of the dinner. So really tasty. But it was a couple things just to know. First off, the service. So I noticed how they do the service on the ship, and this could be an annoyance to some people. So and I noticed this last night in the main dining room. It's like they have servers in sections, and you don't have one server. You might have 3 or 4 servers that are helping you with different things, and that's not necessarily a problem. The problem is though, is that you get multiple people coming up to ask how you're doing multiple times. And so where I believe some people love and appreciate and want that service, I'm that type where, you know, bring me my food, come check in, make sure it's all right, and that's it. You don't have to keep, you know, every few bites coming in. So that's kind of happening, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I can tell you that there are a lot of people in the dining room that, or in the steakhouse, that love that attention, and they had the servers at their table the whole time ordering this and that or whatever. So it's kind of interesting to see the different I I guess, demeanors and different cultures on board, because everyone handles things differently. Like, I'm listening to conversations and, you know, it's, you know, we're all different and there's no right or wrong way. But it's kind of unique to hear and see other people's experiences, because like I was listening to one guy order steak, and he was like asking like where everything came from. Like, where did the steak come from? Where did the Brussels sprouts come from? And then when they brought the wine out, he tried like 5 different wines, and he was asking for something very particular. And the server was literally there with him, because I really think, I don't know if these are whales jumping up out there. There's some big splashes, but sorry, distracted. But so he was like looking for something particular, and he was tasting, and he's like, no, I had this, and he's mentioned the country, and it's just so funny, because some people are so particular about what they want to eat, what they want to drink, this and that. Whereas with me, and maybe it has to do with being cultured and the experiences that you have. When you ask me what type of wine do I want, I'm going to say red or white. I don't know the difference in the wines. I don't know what they taste like. If you put a menu in front of me, I'm probably going to look for the ones I can pronounce, which will be Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, you know, so I'm going to go for the things that I can pronounce and things that I know or have heard of. But he was asking for all kinds of things. So it's just kind of, prepare yourself if you have not been on luxury. I'm not going to call people snooty. I'm not going to say that. It's what their preference is, and it's what they like. They might say that I'm very basic because, you know, you're asking about the different cuts of meat and where did it come from. I just want a ribeye, bone in, with some salt and garlic. That's all I need. Very simple. I'm not going to ask a whole lot of questions, but some of those servers, guys, the servers, they are amazing, because there were some people that, I don't know, it's almost like one lady sitting beside me is like, she didn't even read the menu. So the server comes up, and she had the menu for like 5 minutes or so. And so she's asking questions like, well, what do you have for fish? What do you have for this? What do you have for your sides? Like, it's all on your menu. But some people just like that level of service. So the servers, they're very, very patient. And you can just tell in some of the conversations that they're having, like the crew on board, they've traveled, they've been places, or have interacted with people from places. And I mean, it's just amazing how the level of engagement and communication with the crew and guests on this ship is totally different than I've experienced on any other ship. So kind of prepare yourself for that. But yeah, very kind crew, and the people on board have been lovely. I have not come across anyone that I thought was snooty or that felt like they didn't want to be around me or around other people. Have not felt that vibe at all. So it's all been good. But yeah, dinner, I'm going to rank it number 2 behind last night at Med Yacht Club. That was the best thing that I've had. But the brownie was really good. So right now, there's really not a whole lot going on. I don't think anything starts until 9. It's about 7:45 now. And I think 9 o'clock, there's going to be the captain's welcome in the theater, and then a rock and roll performance. I don't know, I might call it a night. I'm kind of tired. I think the jet lag is starting to catch up a little bit, because I didn't go to bed last night until 1 a.m. and that's my fault, because I didn't follow my app. If you missed that, I do use an app whenever I travel, and I didn't follow it, so I'm feeling it a little bit now, and I have some work to do. So I may or may not go back out, but tomorrow I'm going to be in Malaga. I think that's how I'm saying it. I keep saying it different ways because I'm hearing it differently. Malaga, Spain, and I have an excursion with Explora Journeys, so it'll be an all-day adventure. 9-hour tour. We're in port from 7 a.m. until midnight, so really, really long port day. I should be back on the ship, I think I get off the ship around 7:30, 8 o'clock, and back on the ship, 9 hours later. So if you don't see me for the rest of the night, it's because I went to bed. But appreciate you guys following along, and if there's other things happening, I will put those right here. But if not, I will see you in the next vlog.